Okay guys, I'm going to go through quickly some examples using pattern blocks and finding the lines of symmetry. So remember, you know that it is symmetrical if it's the mirror image of the other half. For example, if you folded that object or that pattern block across the line of symmetry, the parts would evenly match up. Think of how you would fold a piece of paper. So the lines of symmetry in the shapes we're going to create can be vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. Now, you have to be careful because some shapes have multiple lines of symmetry. So not just one way, it could be multiple ways. So let's start off with using a square and one other pattern block to make a figure that only has one line of symmetry. So I'm going to use a square and a triangle. And I'm going to turn my triangle to make like almost like a sideways little house here. So this only has one line of symmetry. And that's because it can only be symmetrical with a horizontal line. Because if I did a line like that, it would not be symmetrical because this side is not the same as this side. So I'm going to erase my writing and draw my line of symmetry. When you're drawing your lines of symmetry, you want to take your time so you don't rush. You don't want wobbly lines if you can help it. Okay, let's pull another square and let's do a hexagon. Oh, I think I changed the color of my square by accident. Okay, and I'm going to turn my hexagon so it fits, so it makes one shape. So now, same thing. The only line of symmetry here is straight through the middle. So if I folded this shape in half vertically, it would create mirror images. The sides would be the same. Okay. So let's delete these and delete this and erase my drawings. Okay, now we're going to use two trapezoids to make a figure that has exactly two lines of symmetry. Now, if we were in class, we would be having you guys play around with these pattern blocks, but since we're not, and you guys can use this app, it's mathlearningcenter.org, and there is a free app about pattern shapes, they call them, instead of pattern blocks, and you guys can also play around with this on an iPad or a computer, or even a phone, I think. Okay, so I lined my two trapezoids up, so they made one shape. And this has exactly two lines of symmetry. The lines of symmetry can be completely cut in half horizontally, and they could be vertically. Oh, and my hand was drawing extra here. So this set of shapes have exactly two lines of symmetry. And we're going to do one more example that has multiple lines of symmetry. So let me clear this. Okay, I'm going to use, let's see. Oh, look at that. They give you a bunch of different shapes here. Let's make our own. Let's just use a hexagon. Okay, now a hexagon has multiple lines of symmetry. You can do one straight. Oops. You can do one straight down the middle. So vertically, you can do one horizontally, straight down the middle, sideways. You can also do them diagonally. So if I go through the corners, the shapes will be also mirror images of each other. So this is an example of a shape that has more than one line of symmetry. So I'm going to do the journal pages in the next video where we look at different quilting patterns to figure out how many lines of symmetry each has.